it's a conversation we're not ready to have, and he's exactly right. Here's the thing, though.
I said heterosexual, transgender, and the white male. The young, white, disgruntled male. Yes. Right. And all white people don't have these problems, but the young, white, disgruntled male is the problem.
And to that point, you are exactly right that it's a conversation that we need to have nationally. Who's going to lead it? In my opinion, who's going to lead the conversation but white men, but that's not a conversation they want to have from my perspective. And I guess this is my question to you and anybody who wants to take it. From my perspective, historically, white men, not all, they're never the problem. They don't view themselves as ever being the problem anywhere at any time.
38% of the population are white males, yet they account for over 85% of school shootings.
And so if they're not willing to be honest about this and have a discussion, who's going to lead the discussion? White men need to lead the discussion and help the healing process among the incels, the white incels, and the disgruntled young white men who are horny and can't get laid, et cetera, et cetera. But they're not going to do it because they don't think it's a problem. And if you call it out, then you're a racist. So you see the conundrum?
Well, I'm a white man. I'll have the conversation, but how do we...
Show the data.
Hold on a second, John. How do we unpack the conversation?
Show us the data. Slippers keeps saying there's this data, but he's yet to post a link. It's just his verbal data that he's spewing on young white males. I wish there were some young white males to defend themselves against Slippers' misinformation. I mean, Slippers, post the link.
All the historical evidence that we have about white men's shenanigans, from slavery to school shootings, what data, when you say show the data, what data are you looking for that you can't find in history books, journals?
I'm looking for any data to back up Slippers' claims.
I don't understand.
I'm saying if you're going to make a claim, you should post some data or a link. And until you do, it's just opinion and gossip. Go ahead, Slippers.
Wait, John, let me ask you a question. You think what's being said is not true?
I'm questioning it.
I'm just trying to get clarity on what you're saying, John.
I'm questioning Slippers' claims. Until I see some data, I can't confirm it. That's called using logic and reason to make, knowledgeable opinions. I mean, until I see data, it's still just opinion.
Slippers, you got data to back this up?
To be fair, I don't think Slipper needs to go and get data. I think John can literally go to the internet and find it very, very...
You think I'm going to entertain this? This man has 50 phones. I'm sure he has access to Google.
Go ahead, make your claims, but post the data or a link. Otherwise, it's called opinion. And until I see a link confirming what you've said, it's opinion. And I could have 1,000 phones. It wouldn't make a difference. It's still called your opinion.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have to remember, hold on real quick, you got it, Marcus, I promise. We have to remember, we're dealing with people who said history, which they renamed critical race theory, is racist and anti-American. We're dealing with people who don't like facts, lived experiences, history, which is data, and receipts. So black people, and I'm saying for black people far and wide, and this is no disrespect to the white brothers and sisters in the stage, in the room, or listening later. When white folks ask you, especially in America, and especially if they are of a certain age, when they start asking you for data, when all they have to do is open up the pages of history books, don't entertain the nonsense. It's not our responsibility to teach these people the history of white supremacy, systemic racism, colonialism, et cetera, and the trickle-down effects and the mental and the impact on the psyche throughout generations. These people have collectively decided that they don't want to learn anything about this. Remember, they get to opt out of black history in high school and college. So now we can opt out of their demands for receipts when they have a handy iPhone and AI at their disposal to get all the evidence and receipts.
So no receipts. Okay, no receipts.
Hold on, John.
I posted 3 in the
Okay,
chat.
no receipts.
Okay. Thank you, Slippers. I'm just going to say this as the cracker in the corner. I'm not disputing that you guys say there's data. I believe it. It makes sense, right? But how do we fix it is the question. Marcus, I need you to meet up, please, because I get feedback. Thank you, sir.
Oh, so sorry.
No, it's okay, man. Just no worries. Let me say hello to Adrian real quick. Adrian, how you doing?
Yo, what's up?
Chill, man. We're talking about mass shootings in schools. Slippers is claiming that it's a white man problem, and I'm not disagreeing with him. But John wants data. What do you think about the conversation?
I think that's a good political strategy. I think it's genius, actually. Because if you think about it, every time that he does something, it puts Democrats in a position to where they step on themselves, right? So every time we have mass shootings, what does the left always say? We need to ban guns, ban guns, ban guns, right? The guns are the problem. The guns are the problem. Not the people. The guns are the problem. All right, cool. Well, I'm going to ban trans from buying guns. Now, the minute that the left comes out and defend it, they're going to say, oh, so trans can't buy guns? No, that's not right, right? Trans should be able to buy guns. Oh, so it's not the guns that's the problem then, huh? Interesting. It's going to make them defend guns. It's going to make them defend owning guns. After they just got done saying, notoriously, we need to get rid of the guns. Now he's putting them in a position to where they have to defend the guns. It's a good political strategy. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah,
right?
I don't know if they'll be able to enforce it though. Of the DOJ. And by the way, speaking of Mr.
Well, JB, that's the point.
Hold on,
it's
Adrian,
not
Adrian,
about
Adrian.
to be enforced. That's not the point. Is of enforcing it. It's forcing them to defend guns.
No, I get it. But let me just say this real quick. I know this is going to bring some smoke from some of you MAGA, but your guy there, Trump, he's taking L after L in these lower courts right now, and a lot of these cases are going to wind up in front of the Supreme Court, I believe. Marshall Rankin, how you doing, Marshall Rankin? Marshall? All right, guys, we're going to go popcorn style. One mic at a time, please.
So I just wanted, if you don't mind, I would love to address of how we fix it. And when we are dealing with disenfranchised young people, the key is having a sense of creating a sense of belonging. So I've worked for years and years and years with marginalized communities, and they've got so much support and help, and they're doing, in my circles, they're doing great. The circles that aren't doing great are the straight white males who are between 14, well, from about 12 to about 18, and they're lost because no one's
Marcus,
catching them.
Let me ask you a question. Don't even meet up. Let's have this conversation.
Yeah.
I want to look around my room, right? And I'm just going to talk for the men in this room, right? Because at one point, we were all 12 to 18.
Yeah.
All of us, my man, all of us had some, and I'm not cursing at you, I just cursed a lot, had some kind of fucking problem in our life when we were 12 to 18.
Yeah.
Hormones, testosterone, whatever, girl problems. So this narrative that's being spun in the world right now, that this select group, because they're white, they're 12 to 18, this is a new phenomenon. Bro, we've all been through it, all of us. So go ahead, Marcus.
What we didn't have back then was social media and all the external pressures that we have got today. So when we're dealing with stuff now, you're dealing with it on a completely different level. That's why I'm saying they're lost, because they're seeing so many different influences on social media. They're hearing so much misinformation. When you or I or people who are 40 and under were going through anything as teeny boppers, it was within your school group or your peer group. It wasn't an entire world that you had access to. That's why I'm saying that these young people whose brains are developing and who are going through hormones and who are trying to live up to some kind of like macho image that they feel that they should, because that's the picture that society is painting, instead of saying it's okay not to be okay. We're here to help you if you need a bit of extra support. You can talk about this, but because they're so bottled up, they are like a pressure cooker. And
dude, Marcus, I like you, dude. You're respectful, but I disagree with that. You're saying that you have these groups, and these groups are needed. I applaud you. No bullshit, no cap. But my question is a very, very simple question. Bro, where are the parents? Where are the parents? The parents in this world are failing our children. But go ahead, Marcus.
So again, I'm 100% on your page. Where their parents have drifted away as well. So my mum and dad, I was raised with respect and, you know, live this life and do unto others as you'd have them do unto you. Generations below me have grown up, their internet parents now. So it's give an iPad, give a this. Now those parents who have fallen away from what we would have classed as traditional parenting, they weren't taught that. Those have been taken away from school. In Northern Ireland, they don't do classes anymore on how to keep a house. They don't do classes on how to balance an account book. They don't do it how to buy in bulk or run your home. So these young people are being parented by parents who weren't parented very well. So we're almost going to have to go back to basics. And the thing is, help is needed, and we can talk around in circles, but actually, if I am bleeding from my arm, I'm not going to stand and look at it and go, well, it is bleeding, but what was the source? Why was it? I'm going to go, I'm going to get a plaster, I'm going to get a stitch, I'm going to fix it, and then we can worry about that. Pardon?
I need you to land your plane because I have other speakers I want to get in.
Oh, no, that's fine. Yeah. Sorry, I thought we were having a chat. So I'm new to this platform, and I'm a talker, so I can shut up at any point.
No, Marcus, I like you. I like your energy. I'm even going to follow you. I think we definitely need more people like you that are empathetic. Let me go to somebody who I feel is an amazing parent, and that's Jane. How you doing, Janie?
Oh, thank you. You know, depends on the day, JP.
100%. When you got kids, it always depends on the day. You want to chime in on the conversation, hon?
Thank you. I'll answer your question. No, Trump is not mentally fit for us. But, you know, I want to take a minute because First Lady, ears could be burning or her back channels because, JP, there's something brewing over in the conservative clubhouse white side that they want to have a big debate room, and they were going through the list of all the possible people they could ask, and of course, no surprise, they want First Lady, and I'm here to say, don't do it, First Lady, please don't do it.
I don't know if First Lady's available.
Amen.
All right, but
Good.
for her own sake.
Good, Janie.
How about you though, JP? Would you do that?
Zero chance.
Adams? Slippers?
Adams is not he's a conservative.
I know, but he's a good moderator, so he can keep shit in check.
Well, it depends on the people. But I want to ask Adams a question. Adams, why do you think it is the numbers that you're saying? Why do you think it really is so impactful in the young white men's community?
I'm not even going to pretend to answer that. So, you know, you have to refer to a white male, you know, and asking that question too. So, you know, I'm extending a certain boundary that I feel like a lot of white people, especially in that conservative clubhouse ilk, could, you know, maybe learn from and not inserting themselves into black or minority people's business. So, you know, I personally, you know, I can't speak for a 100%, you know, white American, you know, young, disgruntled youth. So, I mean, maybe you could go into chillism and ping one into this room. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't play with chillism. But I'll say this. Marcus made a great point, and I say it all the time. Social media, there's no guardrails for these kids. People are so busy working, they don't check their kids' phones, they don't check their iPads. These kids get radicalized online. And I'll say it again. I don't care if you're white, black, purple, with pink polka dots. We as a society, we as a country, we are failing our kids. Not everybody, but a majority of them. Guys, we're going to go popcorn style. All I ask is we have a one mic policy, disrespect the space. Thank you.
It's not just parents, it's the whole system. It's the cell phones, it's the content, it's the never-ending rhetoric about how you have to be kind to everyone and accept everyone's mental derangement and impairment. So it's a cultural phenomenon which is leading to suicide. A lot, 50% of these white males who do go on killing sprees are suicidal. So the depression is a major issue. Health is a major issue. And propaganda and mind control and hypnosis is a major issue. It's all over TikTok. It's
Don't
all
start
over
with the
Instagram.
hypnosis,
It's
but
true.
I'm gonna throw you a softball, Johnny. I believe that because of COVID, not the vaccine, we're not going down that rabbit hole, John. COVID locked us in, right? We got stuck in places with people we thought we loved, we didn't even like them. And I think what COVID really did to the mental health of this world is set us back decades. We're gonna go popcorn style, guys.
Well, Kennedy's fighting back against that. You can watch Senator Warren, Senator Sanders lose their shit today against Kennedy, and because they are bought and paid for by big pharma. Each of them have $30 million sitting in their bank accounts, and don't stop. They are literally fighting on behalf of big pharma because that's their primary contributors. And you've contributed my campaign. JB has contributed. Hakima has contributed to my campaign. I'm not some big pharma whore. I got $600 to get these petition signatures. So there is a big conflict of interest when it comes to COVID-19, and there's a big conflict of interest when it comes to trans and hormonal medical procedures and trans procedures. It's $100,000 to get your schmeckle cut off at in Los Angeles at a major hospital. So there's a huge financial incentive to keep promoting trans, and that's the truth.
Can I just ask a quick question there, John? When you were saying about being forced to be kind to everyone in the world, forced for kindness, how many wars have been started on kindness?
Listen, I'm not saying we're being forced to be kind. We want to be kind, but we have to push back on behalf of young men and young women who are being brainwashed and who are being abused. And if you have gender dysphoria and you're depressed and you think cutting your schmeckle off for $100,000 because Medicare, Medicaid is going to pay it for you.
Schmeckle as a kid. Come on.
Oh, yes, they do, Jane. There's lots of young men that have had gender reaffirming surgery. Lots of them. Thousands, tens of thousands of them at this point.
Hold on a second, John. Hold on a second. I'll come back to you. I promise. I want to say hello to Lula. Lula, how you doing?
Hey JB, I'm good, thank you. Just listening for now, I'll chip in as this book comes out, if that's alright.
I love your accent. You can chip in anytime you like.
Oh, thank you, darling.
Dr.
Appreciate
Catherine's
that.
here, Jay. Sorry, Lula.
Dr. Catherine,
No
wow.
problem, darling.
What makes Dr. Catherine decide to slum it with us tonight? Hello, Dr. Catherine, one of my favorite people.
Yeah, we're still here.
Dr. Catherine, what brings you to my corner of the world? Dr. Catherine, are you there?
It's in the lower right.
Oh, here I am. Okay, so yeah, I'm back to traveling more to my Florida office, so I have more free time to just chat on Clubhouse. What are you guys up to? I heard there was something about. What did I hear? You guys talking about big pharma's out to kill everybody with vaccines?
Schmeckle cut everybody's penis off, Dr. Catherine.
We got.
Right. Okay.
We got.
It's why is it always these involuntary cis guys who are so stuck with other people's what they do with their genitals and who they want to have sex with? It's fascinating.
But what can you? I've never heard involuntary cis. Could you?
Hey, wait a second, agent. Let me just say this. I'm telling you now. Be very nice to Dr. Catherine. She's a friend of mine for years on this app. Be nice to her.
With all respect, Dr. Catherine.
Actually, you don't have to be nice to me. I'm an emergency physician by training, so trust me, I've been spit on, kicked, I take all sorts of shit, so I can handle it. Whatever you got, I got it.
But no, but in all seriousness, what does it mean to be involuntary cis?
So I only know this term because I've been on Clubhouse. It's not part of my general, cadence of speech, but I learned that involuntary cis means you're like this hetero person who wants to be in a relationship but can't attract someone to be in that relationship
I
with
think
you.
Celibate.
Yeah, I think you mean
Oh, you're right.
involuntary celibate.
That's what I meant. Incel. Okay, sorry guys. I had a glass of wine.
But I'm also involuntary cis, just for clarity. No, I don't know if I'm also.
You're involuntary celibate and cis.
I didn't mean to say that, but the latter only.
Well, you're a liar. But let me say hello to King.
We just started something new. What are we calling it now? Involuntary self-cis? You're self-cis? You're incel-cis?
I'm voluntarily not celibate.
Yeah, we know. King, how you doing, King? Good to see you.
What's up, JB? Just leaving happy hour, headed to the crib.
Nice. So what do you think about the conversation? I gotta be honest, I didn't realize there was so much trans hate, not just in the world, but on this app. And I think a lot of men are just insecure about it. It's just my opinion.
Right? Okay.
King, you were gonna chime in or no?
I was just gonna say, it's like everything, fear of the unknown, and then when things are talked about on social media, even though you may never have encountered such things in your real life, people think that these things are ubiquitous. And so, yeah, I would be confused as well if a whole bunch of people were, I guess if I cared enough about, again, what people did with their genitals, like Dr. Catherine said, I don't. But, yeah, people think that this shit is ubiquitous, and it's not at all to the scale they're making it seem. Most trans women keep their penises. Most trans men don't have reconstructive surgery for a penis. So, you're talking about a fraction of percent of the population of already a minority group. So I don't know. I wonder too why people get so in their feelings about it.
Well, you know what brought up the subject, King, was the mass shooting in the church the other day. It was by a trans person. And people are coming off saying that, well, statistics say that most of these shootings